about how awesome you are, everything like that. So,
And you being you guys,
yes,
the
exact.
listeners.
Thank you for clarifying that. Yes,
Hmm.
everyone, believe me, is awesome. So let's get to our title first before I start yakking my brain, my mouth off, and that is life. It's an inside job. One more time, life. It's an inside job.
Yes, it is. Episode
Boom.
14.
Already. I feel like I know for me what it means,
Hmm.
but L, take the floor. What sticks out with you? And recently, if you want to name something, has it shown how much when you do the inside work, have you seen things manifest quickly and it's little cool, smart, cool things around? Or give an
Yeah,
example. Go ahead.
absolutely. And I love that we have the opportunity, have been gifted the opportunity from the universe to have personal experiences to actually share. There's a lot of times your best examples. And so for life being an inside job, we are manifestors of our world. And so what you see visually on the outside is your ability to care and nurture what's on the inside. And before I get
Right.
to the personal story is we do, and just acknowledging how much time we have to care for ourselves internally,
Mm-hmm.
understanding ourselves, why is
Mm-hmm.
that we react to people's decisions to respond or talk to us a certain way.
Yeah.
um, it's just beautiful to recognize that you guys have the ability to, and it's an opportunity for us to step into it because we spend 8, 10 hours working for someone else and their vision, and nothing wrong with it by
Nothing
no
wrong with
means.
it at all. Yeah.
You know, it's just sharing that we allot 8 to 10 hours of our time for someone else's vision.
Yes.
And often we find it challenging to give ourselves 20, 30 minutes to
Right.
care
Yes.
and nurture for
Yes.
ourselves. And I love stepping into this because it's just preparation for everything, for
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
One of the biggest things, and this is where the personal story comes from, is for myself the other day, I had shared an image on this platform and I
Right.
was in and I was really proud of the and it's still in of the photo, and it was a half top and shorts and I loved it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had gone in and seen the comments,
Mm-hmm.
and the comments, some of them were inspirational, all of them were actually inspirational, but to give clarity so you can get a vision, some were deemed air quotes negative, like, oh, why would you do that, like why, what was the purpose of, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
when I looked at that, a version of me, perhaps a couple months, not months, years prior, actually maybe months, I'll say months,
Mm-hmm.
prior, would
Right.
have been so crushed, so
Right.
crushed at
Right.
that, right?
Right. By
But
someone's opinion of what made you happy.
yes, yes. And it was so beautiful because it tied back to one of our conversations before.
Yeah.
Stop holding the door for people. Stop
Hold the
holding the
door for
door for
you.
people. You
Hold the
hold the
door for
door for
you.
you.
Right.
Right. And in doing that, when that picture was shared and reading the feedback and the comments, it's an inside job because their responses, whether negative or positive, had no impact on how I felt. And actually it did. It inspired me. It
Right.
elevated me. It elevated
Right.
me. And we have a choice in every scenario, but
Right.
often I'm in my passion doing what I love, and I had an inspiration to share that photo. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't do the inside work at all, you could share that photo and you could bypass all the positive comments, look at the negative, and be
Mm-hmm.
shattered, and you can be crushed. And then
Right.
you go back floundering and wondering, should I do that again?
Right.
It's an inside job. You did stand committed to you. Stay committed to you.
To you.
People aren't always going to like what you do.
Especially Ellie and Elle. Thanks for sharing that story to Elle. That was really awesome, and especially with anything like when you, as far as you said, okay, I shared this. When we're doing social media, we would be I wouldn't think it would be the best choice for us to go and say, well, if every response isn't for us saying, wow, we love your show, we're shutting it down, or that's just it. And the thing is, we're putting ourselves out there on the platform, but you have to understand when you do that, starting out, every response is a positive response. That's the way I look at it. And I think Elle, you choose to say the same. Every response is positive. But this might, who doesn't understand may say, well, look what they just said, or well, the closer it gets to home, family, friends, somebody like that, it may be normally harder to take a comment and
Mm-hmm.
take it positive. But those are the ones that can really help you elevate if you take advantage of those moments. And it may sound callous, but Elle understands when I say this. Um, I can't care what she says to me more than what I care about my own thoughts. She, from her point of view, needs to care more about what she thinks more than someone so close to her, even as me.
Correct, right?
Her opinion needs to matter above all. And
Correct.
if she asks for an opinion or she says something, and let's just say I offer an opinion, or if I say something about something, I love the fact that we know whether she does it or not. It's not up to me to say, well, I just gave her some information and she didn't take it the way I want. No, what she needs to do, what I need her to do in order for me to have a good day, or vice versa. That's the way you gotta live, and this is why this
Yes.
show's so fun. Is because no one takes offense to anyone's passion or desires to do something.
Correct. And sometimes when we step into our oneness and we find joy and we begin to express ourselves. And again, you are going to expect it. It's beautiful. Have those people that comment, quote
Mm-hmm.
unquote, air quotes negatively.
Mm-hmm.
When you understand, you can't get a lot of those comments that are again air quotes negative. They stem from they can possibly stem from people's internal battles with themselves. They
Yes.
see you finding you, and
Mm-hmm.
people want that too. It doesn't mean that you get down in
Mm-hmm.
the waters with them and you drown. It doesn't
Right.
mean that. Stand. Is it what you love? Check in with yourself. Were you
Right.
doing what was passionate? You keep doing it. You keep doing it.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely, Ellie. And that goes to any of you listening to, and I mean, well, we'll say the world because we believe the world's listening, and they are, and actually, in reality, is imagination is reality, and that's one of the things that we talk about. We talk about with anything, even like we said, one of the big things we talk about is physical health, and so what kind of physical body? That's one of the things we talk about before. Like, what's your mindset like? Everyone, I've seen more change recently in my body just by living from the idea. That's one of the things we're talking about too. Living from something rather than living thinking of something. And Neville Goddard, one of the people who brought this up, and you're going to hear us mention him sometimes a lot actually, is when you think, when you have a desire, we will always have a desire. As Elle calls them, enhancers, things that make you feel better. You don't need this, but why do you want that car? Because honestly, the feeling you would get would make me feel even better. So, if what are you doing? Are you thinking of that car? Let's use car for example, or are you thinking from the car? I'm like, what the hell's going on? Well, actually, everybody, and this is science. I love saying this. It's just not spirituality. This is science. We got science to back us up. For those nothing about religion. You Everything exists at once. Now, you hear that, but the best way is to actually start to try to understand this stuff, because when you understand something, it helps you get to where you got to go faster. So if you're thinking of the car, that means you're imagining it there. But what if you're thinking from it as if you already had it, the color picked out, the car? The more detail you get, the more comfortable you get. You're not trying to get it because you already have it. This is different. So a lot of people are going to be like, this is some weird shit. Well, guys, you do this every day. You assume the worst so often, and it happens.
very
Think now.
true.
Now we're going to switch it. You know what I'm saying? So, how
I like
often
that.
are we dialed into? We can think negative and go right into that mode of, oh my God, if that happens and this happens. You have slipped into the mode of it actually happening so much, and then guess what? It happens. That's weird.
Right. We don't say that's a coincidence. We say it's a coincidence when you think of something positive and it pops into your life. Why is
Yes.
that a coincidence? Right? And it's just patience
Yes.
with ourselves and understanding it's just rewiring. Some of the things for the inside job is when Mike and I talk is awareness, celebrating the stage of awareness because you can't adjust anything that you're not aware of.
Absolutely.
So that's
Absolutely.
just
Yeah.
so
Yes.
if as you
It's so
learn,
true.
as you learn the as things show themselves in your life,
Hmm.
I always love embracing and taking time and saying thank you for showing itself again because awareness is key.
Yes, and recognizing signs, like L saying, recognizing sign. The biggest thing is if you had something that you really, 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 really wanted, you would say, "What? Thank you, thank you, thank you." Which the answer is be grateful for things. So be grateful forever for. So if you learn, if you're teaching, remember, you're teaching your mind something new. So when a baby falls the first time, you think it says, "Well, I'm not trying that again. I'm not walking for the rest of my life." No, they keep trying and trying and trying, and the more they try, the more excited they get. They don't get more deterred. They're like, oh, I'm gonna get the, but they're not doing it mad either. They're like, oh my God, look. And you ever see a baby
Hmm.
fall, smile, get back up, fall, smile? We fall in our own ways in life, and we're like, this motherfucker, I'm gonna, and we just get more angry. So a childlike mind in that sense really helps, I feel, with not getting deterred by what others would call roadblocks.
Correct. Correct. It really is, Mike. And one of the things that we had started the podcast, and I hope you guys, do feel that it is something that is a support mechanism for you, is when you had those moments that you fall. The whole reason that we had begin implementing this is to be
Hmm.
there for those moments, to just
Yes.
reassure you
Yes.
that it's okay as you grow spiritually, and
Hmm.
spiritual is not religious or nothing based on that, but as you grow,
Yes.
we're gonna fall because it's a new walk.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
new
And you don't
walk.
have to focus on falling. You think a baby, when they try to stand, says, I know I'm going to fall again. No. So the big thing is being okay when you do, but not looking forward or trying to create the fall. Just let it happen when it happens. Don't say, I know something's going to happen. I'm going to be ready. And then,
Yeah,
but more so is to say, okay, I'm only going to focus on the end. I'm only going to focus on the fact that this is really what it is. This is what I desire. Stay focused on your desire, and not even your desire, because that's the wrong word. Focus on the manifestation in the, like Abraham said, vortex in the imagination, because life is nothing more. Physical life is just a reflection of where your mind's been. Physical life is a reflection. It's just reflecting. How can you expect your mirror to clap its hands if you're sticking your tongue out at it? That would be kind of crazy, right?
hmm.
So the same thing goes in anything else in life. How can you go and say, well, I'm being positive. I feel so happy today. Why did this happen to me? Oh, wait. No, I'm saying, no, I'm saying.
Wow, that was extreme. Visuals and everything. You guys gotta check out my C on the screen.
Stick with the
That was
audio.
too
Do
much.
not go to the video. Do not go on YouTube. Do not go on YouTube. Okay, sorry.
Too funny, too funny. But it's so
Oh,
it's so
man.
true. And it always falls back to, it will continue falling back to being compassionate. I took up this new habit. I probably shouldn't say this on air.
No,
Of
you
talking
shouldn't.
to myself.
Turn it off, Ralph. Turn it off. Ralph. His name is Ralph, right? This means cut. This means cut. Go ahead, El. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Am I still alive? Of
Hopefully
talking
not.
to myself.
Hopefully not.
But
That,
but it's so reassuring because
yeah, it is.
I
You so great.
no, really. Because
Did we say this isn't edited? Go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead.
nope, we already claimed we unedited. Because so often the conversations in the past in my life, I've always have fought. Fought
Hmm.
such a strong word, but for the sake of explaining, fought against having these negative conversations that I would negative self-talk. And then recently, I just started talking to myself and
Hmm.
telling myself what a great job I'm doing, how I love my family, I'm grateful for the day. Do you know when I say we already thought we're manifesting at light speed, my experience has been really, really beautiful with it.
Absolutely.
Things that I didn't know, and I just, some things I just, well, we're sharing what we're supposed to share. Um, I don't get in the middle of how it's going to appear. And just talking to yourself like, wow, that was a really great job of letting go and not getting in the way, but just putting your desire out there. You see how it came to,
Absolutely.
and it's like,
Absolutely.
this is kind of
Oh,
exciting.
that's so cool. I'm trying to dig in deeper so people understand what you said because you said a lot of really deep, of really cool stuff. People, like you said, not getting in the way of something. And I feel so many times for anyone who heard it, but I just want to really emphasize what you said. Imagine this. Imagine you hire somebody and you say, I need you to be a photographer and do this marketing for me. I'm just making something up, guys. And then after you hire them, you got to tell them exactly how to do every part of it. Then why'd you
Mhm.
hire them? Why'd you? This is this, and I translate this over to subconscious and all this stuff like this. You just tell it what you desire, and then your only job is to think about the end. You don't go
Yeah,
and
yeah,
say, yes, I know I hired you. No, I never went to school for marketing. No, I don't know how to do photography, but I want this done like this. So why'd you even? Why'd you just do it yourself? And the problem is, we've done it ourselves. We see what happens, the mess that can happen from that, but we continue insisting on doing the same thing
yes,
over and over.
yes. And in this episode, Life's an Inside Job, you're hearing us regurgitate a lot of the practices that we shared in our prior episodes because
Yes,
this is all the inner work that we utilize
yes,
in our life to
yes, it
manifest,
is. It's so true. It's so true. And we just want to make it so, we just want to show you how simple it is, and even though it's not easy to do because the ease comes with practice, so it's not easy, but there's no convoluted, there's no big book of the rules of the universe. It's actually a very short book. It's a 1 or 2 page book. It's
Hmm.
this and that, but it's the practice and it's allowing that makes it so people would may think it's difficult or something like that, but the actual textbook for how to do it is very,
Hmm.
it's 1 or 2 pages. So pretty much it's just different ways to keep saying something until it clicks with that person. We've heard this for years, and then something someone says, for some reason it's the same thing, but it clicks,
It's
and you're
that
like,
right.
oh. Or we put limitations on, why did I say I had to have, like Elle loves to say, why can't I have this and this and this and this?
Oh my
Why do I
God.
feel
Mikey, I'm coming right to that screen because I literally wrote down either or. See, this is why I need to cut your ass off. I I literally wrote down either or and personal story
I was
coming
reading
up.
it.
They're right.
I'll
So
be back. Have
I
fun,
caught
everybody.
myself. Well, I had caught myself, right? So there was some
Mhm,
big, again, I only use these words for the vision for those that are listening in. So there were
mhm,
some big, wait, no, for listening in? Yeah, for listening in. So for the big ticket items, money items, I was practicing removing the either or and replacing that with and. So there's two
mhm,
things, right?
mhm,
And they manifested. They're in the works right now. Then something else came into play, another big ticket item. And I said, ooh, I wasn't thinking about it, got out of bed, and I said, oh man, whew, well, now I am going to have to choose between these two now. I got the first two that I wanted. A third's coming into play. Something has got to give. It has to be. And it said, does it? Who said that? It's because logically you can't. I said, oh my Lord. And I just hear us
Back to what you
replay.
preach.
Yes. I was like,
Preach.
be gone with you, either or. And,
And she slapped herself, guys. She slapped
I
herself
did
up to
actually.
herself.
But it was so beautiful
Right.
because the
Yeah.
moment I
Yeah.
said it's not either or in that regard either. It's
Hmm.
and. And guess
And
what? That transpired too. You hold the keys to your reality. You hold the
yes, you do.
keys, guys.
Yes, you do.
It's
Yes.
only you who set the limits. And we get in the way because we can't logically figure out how it's
Hmm.
going to work out. Well, guess the fuck what? It's not your business.
It's not your business. It literally, mind your business. And if we dial down on that, mind your business means only focus on on the end product of attaining what you had, not the middle part of all the story in between of how the minutia, as they call it, the how you're getting to how it's going to appear. No, you just do one thing. How would it feel if it was already done? And I think not of it, you think from it. That's the
Mm-hmm.
best. Think from it. How would you talk to your friends, family? What would you be saying? Let's use that car. We ride up in that car. What would your family say? Especially if you had shared with a family member this is your favorite car. What color was it? Do some stuff, guys, that you haven't done forever. You got this weekend. Choose
Mm-hmm.
something that's so easy for you to think about that you would really like. Lower the importance of it by imagining that you already have it. And watch something happen. Watch
Yes.
something happen. You're like, what? No
Yes.
way.
Yes. 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 And for emotions, because we're gonna close on L's voice, L's vocals. I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Mike's gonna chime in here too. But another takeaway for you guys,
right.
another takeaway for you guys is another self check for your emotions. Life's an inside job. So people's feedback, what they have to say, their opinions that they give you. Let's not get sidetracked into they had their own reasons, their own air quotes issues. Don't get caught up in the part that you're not meant to play.
Yes.
Checking with yourself. Are you doing it for you?
Yes.
Then it's right.
It, if you're doing it for you and it's something that you could, from the bottom of your heart, say, this is something I would truly, truly enjoy that either have or do, then everything else stops there. Anything after it doesn't matter. There is no but. There is no, well, what does she like? The kids, no. Did you like it? Is this something you really love? If that is, then do it. Do it.
Yes. Do it. Wait,
Just
actually, maybe.
maybe.
Think about it
Because I was
first
about to go,
because they're going to come
yeah,
back.
because
Mike and L to do this.
listen.
Our next podcast is going to be from the jail cell.
And hitting you from the penitentiary right here. What's up? Come get me out.
Inner
Oh, I'm in.
guys, it's been awesome. A fun-filled
You're awesome.
Friday. Yes,
Yes. Have a
you are
great weekend.
you're the highlight of our day, and we'll
You
catch in
really
with you
are.
guys Tuesday. Bow,
High
bow, bow, bow,
five.
bow.
And
High
on
five.
that, boom. We gave a high five
See,
right.
Mike.
Goodbye, Ellie.